Good morning, good morning, good morning. It has been a long, trying weekend. Let's all continue to pray for Lala and her safe return home. Let's pray for her family to remain strong. Such a heavy, heavy, heavy scenario here, okay? Here's what I came to say though. First off, um, people have issues when you question things. I question everything. I don't care who it is, I don't care what it's about. I question everything. And you all should too. Um, I'm disturbed that people are surprised at how people on YouTube are responding to this situation. These people are doing what they've been doing. They call people that they shouldn't be calling. They get in the business of people they shouldn't be in. Everybody's got an opinion. Everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows everything. With that being said, my issue was that too much information has been put out. I feel like Lala's privacy is not being respected. And yes, she does have privacy. She does have rights. My thing is, we don't know where she is. We don't know what's happening. So, therefore, to sit around and say she ran off with some boy, she's with somebody here, it's not fair to her. Should not be being said when we do not know where she is, okay? She could be somewhere off afraid, talking about, oh my God, I can't believe this is going on. It snowballed out of effect, snowballed out of control, and now, I've done all this. I don't want to go back. You don't know. So, everybody needs to stop speculating and stop guessing and really focus on finding Lala. So there was a phone number released, and I saw that when it went down, and I was like, oh my God, why would you do that? Because you already know these people are going to be calling that number like they're crazy. So I just found out a little while ago that that number has been disconnected, which I'm not surprised. Of course, it would have been, or a phone tossed in the garbage. Nobody's going to keep a phone where hundreds of people are calling them about a missing person. You cannot put all the information out for everybody. Nobody does that in any case because people will use information against you. Information has been used against Rita over and over and over again on these streets. And it's sad that we all look around, we see what happens to everyone else, but then we think it won't happen to us. There are so many scenarios going on right here, right now. Opinions and speculations are only hurting Lala. Real shit. Like, we don't know. She could be being held next door. You don't know. So to go out and say, she's here, she's there, she's with this person, she's here, you don't know that. She hasn't contacted anybody, so we don't know. That is what's so scary. I'm just, I also don't appreciate how people are like, well, white people document everything, so why are people telling her she shouldn't put everything on the YouTube? A lot of y'all are selfish. And that's what I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying. A lot of the subscribers and other content creators are selfish. They don't give a fuck about what you're talking about as long as you're giving them content, okay? They will have 18-hour lives about nothing, okay? And just give their thoughts, opinions, argue over shit, and carry on. That's what it is. This situation is no different. So now I hear that some lady started a GoFundMe. Why? For what? It's not your child. You don't do shit like that. But people overstep boundaries over here. That is what they do. And it is a bad pattern. And here we go. And they don't know when to pull back and mind their damn business. They never have. They never will. It's too bad, but that's how it goes over here. So knowing that and knowing the situation that's going on, there's no way that all this information should be brought to the streets. I'm sorry. It just shouldn't be. It's not everybody's business. It's not helping her. It's not helping Lala or the family for everyone to know every aspect and every detail of this case and what's going on. So, like y'all said, white people document. White people document, but then they edit. And then they let you know what they want you to know. They don't tell you every single thing. And I'm sick of people comparing, well, white people do this and white people do that. If this was a white person scenario, the police would be out looking for this girl. Hello? This is not that case. We always want to say, oh, well, white people. There's no comparison. All right? If she had blonde hair and blue eyes, they would damn sure be looking for her. We know that doesn't happen for us. So we have to move accordingly. We need to contact the right people. I think y'all should contact the Class Foundation, the Poly Class Foundation. Polly Class is a little girl who was abducted from her house, maybe like 30 years ago. But her father set up a foundation for missing children, and it is to assist you and to get you organized and pointed in the right direction. I mean, it's not like, what do we really know about missing? How to handle a missing person's case? We know what we've seen on TV. We know what we think, but you don't know until you're in that situation. It's shocking. It's hurtful. It's confusing. So you need assistance, someone who's been there and done that and knows what to do. So contact those people. But this is out of control, and just stop putting all the information on YouTube. These people can't help you, and a lot of them don't even care. And my thing is about good energy and putting good energy out there. And I know people always got an attitude when you speak factually in your truth. And in my truth, because I've said since I've been on these YouTube streets, we have to put out good energy for our children because they need our protection. They need protection every day, all day. Now, right now, this young lady needs to be protection. I pray that God keep his hands around her and protect her and bring her home. But we got to recognize what we're doing, what we're saying. It's now at a peak. And we see, like, this has been going on. People don't respect boundaries. People don't respect families. I heard that some really nasty things were said about some other content creator, by some other content creators. I don't listen to that, so I don't know. But from the response videos that I've heard, that's really sad that someone with a child would speak against another person like that whose child is missing when it could be you. But however, I get it because this is what goes on the YouTube streets. This is what I've been saying all along. We got to put good energy out there. We shouldn't be dragging other people's children because you don't know what's going to happen to yours. That's the reality. So then people are mad because someone used the word karma. All right. Here's the thing. None of us are exempt from that shit. None of us. If you do negative shit, it's going to come back to you. Is this karma the girl missing? No. But people who don't like you are going to say that. People who don't like you, anything that happens to you, it doesn't matter. You could fall down a flight of stairs and break your arm. Karma. When people don't like you, when people are angry at you, that's what they say. That's what they do. But if you're not listening to them, you won't hear it and you won't know. And then you don't need to respond. Some shit you got to block out. Right now, things need to be blocked out. Blocked out, and edit buttons need to be pushed. Like I said, every aspect of this girl's life is being dragged out. It's not everybody's business. But y'all want to hear everybody's business because that's what people do on YouTube. So they're like, yes, come on and keep going live and keep telling us every single minute by action and minute play. How do you know the person who has your daughter is not watching this? You just don't know. So you can't say everything. We don't know if she's being held. We don't know if she left on her own. We don't know. And then to the people who are like, well, she left on her own. She needs to be, just leave her alone. Okay, fine. Here's the deal. She left on her own. She don't want to be bothered. She needs to contact her family and let them know that. Period. You call your people and you let them know that. If this is a person who has always kept contact, who always come home, who always call her family, who somebody always know where she is, and she's been gone since Wednesday, that is a problem. I don't see somebody just jumping up and walking away and leaving like that. That's not what she does. Usually there's a pattern and a history there. She ain't known for that. So you need to be concerned. We don't know where she is. Remember Gina DeJesus, Cincinnati, Ohio? Yes, I was at work. I remember because I follow missing and exploited children all the time. So I'm at work. I see the alert pop up. Boom. Gina is missing. This little girl was downtown catching a bus home from school. It was 3:30 in the afternoon. People saw her, and she was last seen standing at a payphone. Disappear. 10 years later, fast forward, what happened? They find her in that house with the other two girls, and that man had chained them to the bed and everything. It was her friend's father who asked her if she wanted a ride home, and boom, she was gone for 10 years. So we do not know. It is not fair to get on here and give all these scenarios and say she's with a boy and she's with a man. That's not fair. That's not fair to her. I don't like it. That's the part that's really hurting me the most. We don't know. And when you go out and you say, well, oh, she ran off with a boy, or people will automatically write her off. Do you know how many conversations I have had with men, grown men, and we talk about missing and exploited young girls and, sex trafficking. And you know what I've heard several of these people say? Oh, they just hot in the ass. That's what they want to do. A lot of them want to be out there. A lot of them like that. What? That's how people think. So you have to be careful. So there are people who believe, well, she left because she wanted to. She left because she don't like them. You don't know that. We don't know that. We need to confirm that. If she left because she doesn't like people, she need to call back and say that. She needs to come home and tell people that. You don't do that. I don't believe for one second that this girl who's been connected to her family, who love her brothers and sisters like she does, and her grandmother, no matter what problems these people have, she love her family. They love her. I don't believe without a major argument, something happening and all of this, I don't believe she walked away like that. She been gone a long time with no contact. So the scenarios, the speculations need to stop. The assuming that she just left and she's off somewhere happy, that needs to stop. And like I said, all the information being put out on the internet for the Facebook, for the YouTubers, that needs to stop. It just needs to stop. And then and another thing I want to point out, and I know that motherfuckers are going to be like, this is not the time, but it is the time. How many times have y'all been calling the police station about YouTube fuck shit over and over and over again? So now it's something serious going on. They might look at y'all like, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? We're going to write it off because y'all abuse 911. Y'all abuse FBI. Y'all abuse DCF. Y'all call these people over and over and over again about nothing. And then when some shit really happens, they probably looking like, okay, here go another one of them phone calls. It's another hoax. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Y'all can't keep doing this shit. Then when something serious happens, nobody's taking you seriously because you're always with the bullshit. I mean, that was the first thing I thought of. I'm like, oh my God. And just remember, they had some other Baltimore drama going on last week, so the police were being called about YouTube nonsense. Now, I do believe that the YouTube beef sector is going to make television, absolutely, but it's not going to be in the form of a fun documentary, a reality show. Absolutely, it's going to be a documentary because at the end of the day, who owns your footage? Google. So all the shit y'all got going on, all the attention negative that is brought to us, I can't imagine that someone with some creativity is not putting a documentary together. Because damn it, if I had the time and the know-how, I would. Okay, but it's just too much. And then all of a sudden it's, well, as black people, how about beforehand as black people, there's shit we should not be doing, should not be saying, should not be calling the police about all kind of bullshit on each other. It's out of control. I hope that some lessons are learned here. Some eyes are opened. We have to learn from every scenario. Now, from this scenario, we need to learn to stop playing with law enforcement because right now we need their assistance. We need to know where Lala is. She needs to be returned to her family. It, and people need to stop, like I said, speculating and guessing. That's painful when you don't know where your child is. My friend's son is still missing from April 2019, and he's 24 years old. And yes, we are still looking for him. Yes, we do believe he's alive. Why wouldn't we? Until you know different. It doesn't matter what you think. Maybe would you really say to a person, well, he's probably dead? Why would you say that? If you believe it, keep it to yourself. But we know that people go missing 20 years and turn up. It happens. Jason, what's her name? JC Dugard. She's missing 20 years. Elizabeth Smart was missing, what, like 8 years or something? Some lady looked in her eyes and recognized her. Being missing is a reality. So stop writing it off to, oh, she with her boyfriend. Oh, she with this person friend. And she did. Stop that shit. Stop it. We don't know. I pray for everyone involved in the situation. Lala, I pray that God gives you strength and the ability to get through whatever it is you're going through, baby girl. I ask these blessings in your name. Amen. Y'all keep them in your prayers. For real. Deuces.